Hello everyone and welcome to the beta world. Today we're going to be doing a little update tour of everything I've completed in the last couple months. I haven't done too much on this, but I thought I wanted to give you guys an update. Before I get into it, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the support on the last one. I put a tour out and you guys seemed to like it a lot, and so I figured I would work on the world a bit more and show you what I've been up to. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Most of my work that I've done has been here in Ravenfell, so we'll go ahead and start here. This is the second area in my world. The first area and kind of more adjacent areas I talked about and toured a lot more in the first tour, as well as some aspects of this area. So I'll leave a link to the first tour in the description so that you guys can check it out if you want to. This will be kind of a continuation of that, as this is just like an update of what I've completed. So yeah, let's get into it. So Ravenfell, just as a little recap, is just like a new area. This is like the subway station. This was here before, the apartment base, and but down here you'll see that there's some new things happening down in Ravenfell. So we'll start up top here, and we're gonna go to one of my favorite places in the whole in the world right now that I built, the Ravenfell Library. So you'll see I have dates on everything. That's something that I do in this world, just to kind of show how the world progresses through time. So yeah, I've got this library here. I like the red accents a lot. I really like the structure of this building. It feels very like solid, and I don't know, it's kind of simple, but I like the gold block and the archway here. I just like it a lot. So I've got some bookshelves with like this ladder to go up and grab books up top. There's a receptionist, or I guess librarian here, and then if we go up this ladder, up here through the iron door is the restricted section. So this is kind of like a fun little area. It's got the black flooring to make it seem a little bit more ominous, and this I don't know, like a little seating area up here. I think down here right now it's just books and stuff, but eventually I want to have it go, like, have an entrance down here to somewhere else that's maybe like somewhat sinister or whatever, something like that. You'll see that I have put a little bit of lore into this world, which is kind of fun. So let's go ahead and come this way first. So this is just like a little pathway down through here. This is the observation building. I kind of don't like the look of this building. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my least favorite buildings in the world right now. It's just kind of a big old brick. The sandstone's fine, but it doesn't really go with anything here. So, but this will give you a pretty good view of Ravenfell right now. So it's looking really good. I really like how the terrain complements all the builds and everything. That's kind of the whole point of this area, is to build with the terrain and everything. I like this pattern for the stairways on the outside, and now's a good time to mention too, I did set this world up as a server again. So my sister is playing on it with me, and she's helped me build a good few of the things here. And she had an idea to put a parking garage in one of these areas, like an underground parking garage. And Ravenfell would be a walking only city, and then out here would be like the entrance where the cars could come in, they would park, and then you could walk, you know, after that. So we'll see if that happens. I kind of like the idea, but I don't know if I want to build like car infrastructure and stuff like that in other parts of the world, but we'll see. Okay, and as we come down these stairs, we obviously have the big old skeleton head. I've shown this off already. This was one of the first things I built in this area. I really like it. It's got a piston door in here. We'll go in there in a sec. There's a little bit more to show, mostly just connecting up here. Let's go here first. This is the Ravenfell mine. So I got sick of going back to my first mine area, and just decided to build one here. And we'll go down real quick. There's not too much here, but it's, I don't know, kind of interesting. Thought I'd show it real quick. A couple chests, a little bit of infrastructure here. I have not done much mining here, but the little bit of cobble I needed or whatever I would get here. I'll definitely use it more though. It'll definitely come in handy. All right, coming out of the mine here, we've got some crops, so just some wheat. We kind of started running out of food here, so I just built a little wheat farm. So actually quite practical. Same with the sugarcane farm, like just having like materials at this area versus having to go all the way back is really nice because it kind of takes a little while. And then this is now all furnished. I don't think it was like furnished before and like built out. So this ladder goes up to the apartment building up there. I got a little bit of storage here. Quite a bit of the storage is actually used. And then this is kind of one of the main events of the area. You'll see, I really like how these trees turned out, the custom trees. We did put mushrooms here originally, but they kind of grew rampant, especially now that it's a server, so they can just spread whenever they want. But this right here is Merchant Alley. So we got 4 different merchants here. We'll go to this guy last because he's interesting. But first here we have bricks, as hard as they come. Perfect slogan. You heard it here first, folks. And he's selling bricks, obviously. I really like this little feature out here where you can see the back. The storage, the backlog, and then you come inside and he's got, this is like supposed to signify like the first brick he made or whatever. There's supposed to be a bed here, but my sister took it and is using, or it's probably in her inventory or something. But anyway, coming up here, we've got cheap dirt, get it here. I forget what we called this guy. He had a name. It was kind of a boring name. It was like Norman or like Peter. I don't know. But our idea with this one is that he spent all his money on advertising. So we want to put up like a bunch of billboards that say "dirt, cheap dirt" all around the world, and that would be kind of funny because like he can't afford a big shop. He spent it all on advertising. I think we should do that. We've got Rubber Stamps and Co. This is kind of like an inside joke. I remember seeing at one point a store that was like Rubber Stamps and Co. And like that's got to be a front for something. Like what the heck? Like why is there an entire store dedicated to rubber stamps? It's got to be a front for something more sinister. And then here, running Rubber Stamps and Co., we got Johnny Bravo, the one, the only. So it's kind of a fun cameo. Yeah, Johnny Bravo, there he is. So like obviously, playing off of this, I want to make it more sinister, and I want him to have done some sort of deal or whatever that kind of underhanded, and that door will lead to some sort of mansion that'll be built into the side of the cliff here, and this is just like his front or whatever, and so nobody knows that he's the one who lives in the mysterious mansion. And then finally, the one, the only, Dante. So Dante is kind of the original, what inspired this whole thing. There's a big guy with his Nike kicks right here. And if you go behind Dante, it's some crazy stuff going on. And a maze-like thing back here. Here is Derek, Dante's twin, until... Actually, the lore is that there's 3 of them. There were 3 of them. They were triplets. But Dante ate his brother. So that's why he's so big, or one of the reasons. And then we also have over here, through this door, Dante's stash, which is all this gold, and just in parentheses, not clean. Just in case you couldn't tell already with the redstone or blood running everywhere. Anyway, we have fun on this server, so that's Dante's era. I hope you could see okay. It was probably pretty dark in there with just the redstone torches for light, but that's a Merchant Alley. I really like this area. It adds a lot of lore, and we had a lot of fun building this for sure. Let's go over here first. So this area, obviously, this whole area of Ravenfell is quite under construction, but especially here. We were just working on this actually. So this is supposed to be like kind of like the richer side. There's supposed to be a bunch of houses up here that kind of overlook the beach and everything. And this is supposed to be like a cabana bar. I just ran out of green wool, and so I haven't completed it yet. But I think this will look pretty cool as like here's like a bar here with some like kegs or whatever, some seating, a hot tub. We'll probably put more seating here. Again, this isn't complete. And then over here we got some umbrellas with a cooler, towels on the beach. This is the beachside pool. And then we got I really like these ducks. These are stolen from Monsters World. So I saw his Alpha World. I saw them on his Alpha World on some sort of tour he was doing of it or whatever. And I stole them. I really like them. So, and then coming up here is a water slide that my sister made. Again, a lot of this my sister made. I think she did the pool over there. She worked on the inside of the cabana bar. I did the roof, but she did everything else. And then she did this water slide too, which we go down. It's pretty cool water slide actually. Pretty good view of the outside of the ginormous unfinished bridge stretching across. And of course, landing next to the ducks here. Yeah, this bridge I need to just put supports. It's supposed to have wooden supports going that, like, intermittently, but I just haven't gotten around to it. And this is a bridge. I'm gonna have bridges going in all directions from 0, and this is one of them. So I think this is the north. I think we're north of 0. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, okay, coming this way into the skeleton head. There's a little bit to show off, not too much. I think this ladder might have been here before. I'm not 100% sure, but there's a ladder up here. Yeah, it almost certainly was. This isn't obviously finished yet or anything, but the bridge actually goes somewhere. Nice little lookout here. This fireplace, which I was very careful to put in a spot where it wouldn't burn anything. Obviously, we're inside a mountain too, so it's not too bad. And then this little bridge that goes over Merchant Alley, which I really like all the bridges going everywhere, all the verticality. It's really cool. And then this hallway, I really like the look of it. For some reason, walking through like this, like, gives a very interesting, like, liminal vibe. And I like this hallway a lot. Just like the lines on both sides and everything. And then this is obviously back up to the apartment building. Okay, so we've got probably a couple more things to show off here in Ravenfell, and then there's maybe one thing in the Nether that I can show off too. I did make a video making it, but I thought I'd show it off as it's kind of the only other thing that I've worked on since this, since the world tour. But inside this fountain, believe it or not, you can go down, and we are working on the sewers. So these are going to be sewers stretching, I don't know how far, but right now it's just a small stretch. But this took a while to dig out, obviously, but they're looking pretty good. They're not done yet, obviously, but it's fun, and it's a menial little task you can do if you want. And right now it just goes this far and goes up to the pool. So there's a little drain or whatever down there that you can get down into the sewers from. And so yeah, that's a little fun thing. Oh yeah, also a diving board. Next we'll go up here to this building. This is like the only like rich people building that we've built so far. Like up there, it's supposed to be like a bunch of rich people houses or whatever. Oh, there is something fun that I haven't worked on yet, but down here, this is naturally generated. There's this little entrance or just like thing here, and so in this area I want to put like a little grove or like something special, kind of like a fairy garden or whatever, and have it kind of blocked off from this side. Like put some sort of hedge or like really thick tree or bush here, so that the only way to get into that grove is through that little secret entrance. I think that would be really cool. Haven't gotten around to it though. We haven't played on here too much recently. We played quite a bit like a month ago, and we did a lot of stuff in Ravenfell just over a couple days, and then just recently we started playing on it a little bit more. Mostly just made this house though. So I really like the foundation of this house. The whole house actually looks really cool. From the front, it's like kind of a really cool looking, I don't know, it just looks cool, I guess. Then this is Remy's house, which it's an inside joke, but we'll get to there. We'll let you guys know kind of what that means in the future. There's stuff coming about Remy, so more lore to be had, but not quite today. Anyway, this is obviously not fully furnished yet. Same. Oh, actually, my sister did some furnishing in here. We have the very classy elevator going up with a rooftop view of everything. It's a pretty good view. Here's another house under construction, obviously. But yeah, Ravenfell is shaping up.
it's looking pretty good. It's definitely a lot more fleshed out than it was last time you guys saw it, and I thought I'd share it. And yeah, next we're going to the Nether. That's kind of the last stop on our little quest here, and I'll see you guys in the Nether. Coming up these stairs, we are getting to the west line. So this was established a while back. I made a video shortly after I completed the tour, the last tour I made, and I made a video building this thing. So you can go ahead and watch that. I'll link that in the description as well in case you're interested. And it's just me like planning out and building this whole thing. This is supposed to kind of look like a subway station. I really like how the glowstone makes it look like that. It was either this or put fire in the walls, but I'd rather make it look like a subway station. But anyway, we'll go ahead and start our journey on the west line. We have one stop on the way, which is our Kingdom of Umashu construction site. But other than that, you'll just get to see the west line. This is the construction site. It was there's more, but like this is where we go. Pretty far away over on the overworld, but not too far in the Nether. It's kind of anticlimactic. So basically for this, oh god, it's getting to night. Okay, basically for this project, I wanted to find a really big desert, and so I have marked out a perfect circle. I found like a circle generator pixel thing or whatever, and I marked out a perfect circle with netherrack, and this is going to be the size of the Kingdom of Umashu from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know if you've seen that show, but it's one of my favorite shows, and I would love to build it in Minecraft. And this is beta, so I can't make it absolutely or enormous or even anywhere close to the scale that it is. I loosely marked it out so I could have a relatively like kind of close to 45-degree pyramid, because the city itself is kind of cone shaped where it has tiers of buildings going up. But this is about the size to where I can have it be around 45 degrees like of like buildings going up, and that's about where the height limit is, because height limit is definitely a limiting factor in this version. But yeah, this is just a little showcase future project. Yeah, thought I'd share it. All right, back in the Nether now. I can show a little bit more. It's not super interesting of the west line, and you can see it actually loading through that. But this is basically the reason I'm building this is there's a place 10,000 blocks away west that I want to build at and I want to make a city at, and this is the fastest way to get there. And so from here all the way back to the original subway stop, I've completed so far, and at this point I built a little checkpoint. So I have these checkpoints basically like patented, and I have them each the date that they were built, and yeah, it's like not patented, but like they're the same at each one, and this is checkpoint number 3, and they're not going to be linear, but I want to have them like scattered around the Nether. I talked about this in the last video a little bit, but I just think it'd be so cool to have bridges and roads running all the way around the Nether, just all in this gray stone color. So that is the west line. It's a pretty amazing view riding in to Ravenfell right now. And oh shoot, I missed a button. I have it set up so that I can hit a button and go over, but whatever. And that concludes the world update or tour or whatever you want to call it. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you again for the support on the last video. That was really unexpected, and it was just cool, so cool to read and respond to all the comments. Really make sure to comment on this video if you want to, if you want to ask any questions about the world. I read all of them, and I really would love to hear your feedback and your thoughts. So yeah, this was kind of my world update, mostly for Ravenfell, and thanks so much for watching, and thanks for all the support. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.